Hello and welcome. In this video, I'll talk about my top 5 programming languages for this year. These are just my personal favorites and the ones I believe can be really useful depending on what your focus is on this year. Before we start, I wanted to mention I'm going to be uploading videos every Friday, so don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more content coming up. Without further ado, let's get started. On number 5, I've got Typescript, the open source language from Microsoft that builds on JavaScript. Basically, all JavaScript code is also TypeScript code, but using type checking allows you to provide better documentation and certainty that your code is working correctly. A lot of small and big tech companies like Slack have already transitioned to using TypeScript as their main development tool, and therefore popularity has been on a rise. Coming up next is Dart. This programming language I feel is a lot like a combination of TypeScript and Java. It is used in Google's Flutter as one of the most popular and flexible frameworks for application development in Android, iOS, and even desktop now. From a single code base, you can get natively compiled applications. Even now, the Google engineers are already experimenting with a web beta, so imagine building a progressive web app in Flutter. That might be interesting to see in the future. For number 3, we have CSharp, again a Microsoft language used in the all-time popular framework .NET. This framework has fame for being really enterprise-oriented, mainly because it used to only run well on Windows servers. However, both the framework and the language itself have been getting really friendly lately. With .NET Core being completely open source and cross-platform, it definitely brings a new point of view. Also, C# version 9 appearing has a lot of very interesting features that just show how Microsoft is actually listening a bit more this time.
Well, we'll show you, old man!
Many big companies like Stack Overflow use it as their main developing tool. In our second place, we have PHP. Yeah, this language has a lot to talk about. It's definitely not what it used to be years ago. With the new PHP version 8, you will find amazing improvements. Some of the most noticeable changes were things like a new type system, null safe operators, new class constructors, just-in-time compilation, and a bunch of new features. I like this language personally because it allows not only big companies but also individuals like you and me to focus on shipping, either combined with really useful frameworks like Laravel 8 or by itself in a simple web application. PHP is easy to learn and has a big community helping. People like PHP. Finally, for our number 1 spot in my list is Python. Such a powerful language, tons of mega useful libraries, and potential to write amazingly optimized code. A lot of times I'm impressed by how much you can do with so little code. This programming language is present in a lot of machine learning projects, what I think is a big part of the future of programming. For example, Google's all-famous TensorFlow, or now even NVIDIA DeepStream, which is a part of NVIDIA Metropolis for camera real-time video processing. Stay tuned for more about this incredible library in the future. However, just like for PHP, I do think you need to have your programming basis well established and have a solid plan for your project's coding pattern, mainly because it doesn't enforce any standards like object-oriented programming, and very easily you can get into writing spaghetti code, having really long files and not so readable code. So if you're a beginner programmer, I definitely recommend using a complete IDE like PyCharm, which is free for community usage. These were my top 5 programming languages for this year. They might change in the future. It all comes down to where you want to go and specialize in. I'm going to be uploading videos every Friday from now on. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.